Hey everyone. I say a lot. I think today, well, this is what I'm sitting here, peaceful, nice and easy, bit of fishing. But I think in this particular video, I would like to talk about depression and what it actually is. It's it's something which, well, it's not necessarily, let's say, depression, but let's talk about mental health. And I think mental health is extremely important for everybody. There's a mouse over here. For those of you that do not know, I suffer from depression for quite a while now, and it's one of those things where it genuinely just sucks the life and the happiness and the joy out of everything that you do. And for me personally, I really enjoy my fishing. And I haven't been fishing here in Cape Town for a good 6 months. The last time I went fishing was with the boys when we went away for the weekend on a little camping trip. Since then, I haven't, because I just don't have the mental capacity to do it. Even though just sitting here and relaxing, nice sunshine, super chilled, but even so, you can't find the energy or the means or the mental capacity to do it. Instead, you get to a whole point of being self-destructive in certain things. I'm not saying hurting yourself, but I'm saying just letting yourself go. I mean, I go to the pub quite often, and I drink my beers, I play pool, and to me, I thought that was one way of dealing with it, my mental health, because I enjoy it. I enjoy playing pool. I challenge anybody to a game of pool. But it doesn't do anything. You feel good for that moment in time, and then what happens when you get home? You're back to square one, and yeah, I mean, I was going to say something motivational, but it's difficult. It's difficult to help somebody or somebody else when you can't even help yourself. But I want to say that, if you have anxiety or if you have depression or any sort of, I'm not going to say illness, mental illness, but any difficulty, struggling, I think the biggest thing that you can take from that, or that you should remember, is that you're not alone. There are many people that suffer with depression, anxiety, and overall sadness. And guys and girls, you're not alone. There's certain things which would help you, and there's certain things which would help other people. And in saying that, it doesn't necessarily mean that because one thing has worked for one person that it would work for you. I personally am still trying to figure out what that is, but I've realized that going to the pub and drinking my beers and playing pool and forgetting for that little moment in time, it doesn't work for me. It works for me in that moment, but it doesn't work for me in the long run. And getting back onto the points of self-destruction is that you let yourself go. You just drink beers to forget. You do whatever else to forget, but it doesn't help you at all. And consuming so many beers or alcoholic beverages or whatever else that you do, it actually it's bad for your health. If you don't, consume it. What's the word? If you don't consume it responsibly, There's no real, I don't know how to say this, like, it's just basically that if you guys do suffer from it, guys and girls, you know, that you're not alone. And it takes a long time. Nobody can force you to go do anything. You know, you got to do it, and you will do it whenever you are ready. And you may be ready on day one. You may be ready as soon as the doc tells you that, hey, you're suffering with this or something. Or you may be ready in 2 months' time or 6 months' time. But throughout that whole process, you know, just be patient, and no one can force you to go speak to somebody or see somebody or take certain meds or go do anything. You got to do it when you're ready. And yeah, for me, it's taken a very long time. Personally, I do not like talking to people, which is weird because I'm talking into this camera now. But I don't like talking to people about my feelings or my problems because I was afraid of, you know, what they may think, whether it be your parents, a family member, your best friends, or even your partners. Yeah, or even a random person, you know, on the other side of the phone call. I find that difficult, but I've slowly started opening up to certain friends of mine, which they've been a great help. You know, they might not know what to do, but they can sit there and listen to you, and you can vent. They might not have the answers, but knowing that somebody is there just listening to you, and you slowly getting things off your chest, it's a great deal of help. And to those that are the ones that listen, you know, and are there for their friends and their people that are important in their lives, I'd like to thank you guys personally. Is that, you know, without you guys, you know, things could have been worse. Yeah, I'm just saying in general, things could have been worse. And yeah, it's also it's never too late to start. As a silly example, yesterday I started this 6-week body transformation challenge where I've now been put on an eating plan, and I'm being held accountable for all my actions, for what I consume, for how I sleep, for what I do. I mean, I can't snack in bed anymore while playing games, you know, because that's not part of my eating plan. And if I really want to excel and succeed in this, I'm going to have to stick to it. And nobody can force me to do it. It's just you need to be held accountable for all your actions. But yeah, I think the biggest thing, and I'll talk a little bit more about depression in maybe the next couple of videos. Yeah, maybe I'll get a buddy to talk with. But the biggest thing for me, guys, is that you're not alone. Don't ever feel afraid to speak to somebody. Yes, you're afraid of what they might say, but if they really are your friends and they really want to support you, then they will understand, and they'll be there for you every step of the way. You know, I personally have a buddy of mine who is struggling, and the best thing that I can do for them is just say, hey, I'm here if you need me. Since that time, I've never asked them how they're doing. Do they want to talk? How's this going? How's this going? How's this going? Because it's really none of my business. As much as I care for them, it's not my business. Purely based on the fact that whenever they are ready, they will come and talk. And that's the same thing as I said earlier, is that whenever you are ready, you will go do something about it. You'll go to the doctor. You'll go to a therapist. You'll go speak to somebody. You'll speak to a buddy. Nobody can tell you when to do it and how to do it. You've got to figure all these things out yourself. And I think I just want to leave you guys with this, is that, again, you're not alone. there are people there. Even the people which you least expect. Those tough O's, that don't, shed a smidge of emotion. Those oaks can be there for you. It's just, you're not alone. All right? You're not alone.